What makes a man irresistible to older women? Is it his confidence, his humor, or his look? While these traits certainly play a role, there's one quality that outshines them all, a trait that is rare, yet profoundly appealing to older women. Before we dive into this, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss out on our essential content. Drop a comment saying, "I subscribed," and I'll personally welcome you to our community. In this video, we're going to explore the most captivating masculine trait that older women find incredibly attractive. It's not about charm or charisma. It's about setting boundaries. Yes, you heard that right. Boundaries. It may seem surprising, but a man who knows how to establish and maintain clear boundaries is undeniably appealing to older women. Mastering this trait could be the key to unlocking a new level of attraction with the opposite sex. Are you ready to become the kind of man older women can't resist? Then keep watching, and before we go deeper, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. The power of boundaries. Boundaries function like a magnetic force that draws older women in. They're not just rules or restrictions. They symbolize strength and self-respect. When a man understands his boundaries and isn't afraid to uphold them, it's incredibly enticing to older women. And trust me, it's really quite simple. However, here's the catch. Most guys completely miss this point. They're too focused on impressing women with extravagant gestures or cliché pickup lines. But the reality is, older women are looking for something deeper, something genuine. So why are boundaries so irresistible? It's simple. Boundaries show that you value yourself and won't settle for anything less than you deserve. And let's be honest, there's nothing sexier than a man who knows his worth. Setting boundaries without coming off as rude. Now you might be thinking, how do I set boundaries without coming off as rude? Don't worry, we've got you covered. Let's start with some examples. Scenario 1, the drink request. Imagine you're at a bar and you approach a woman. Right away, she demands that you buy her a drink. What do? Most guys would pull out their wallets without hesitation, eager to please. But here's the thing. Doing so actually diminishes her respect for you. Instead, try responding with something like, "Sure, I'll buy you a drink if I find you interesting." Or, "Does that usually work on other guys?" This not only declines her request, but also keeps the interaction fun and playful, showing her that you're not just another guy willing to do anything for her attention. Scenario 2, the expensive date request. There's nothing wrong with treating a woman to a fancy dinner if that's what you genuinely want and can afford. But if she insists on an expensive date as a condition for going out with you, it's time to stand your ground. Let her know that you won't spend extravagantly just for the chance to meet her. Suggest an alternative plan, like grabbing coffee at a cozy cafe or having a casual dinner at a local spot. This not only sets the tone that you won't be manipulated, but also helps you gauge if she's genuinely interested in you beyond material possessions. Scenario 3. Let's get to know each other first. You've been chatting with a woman, and when you ask her out, she responds with, "Let's get to know each other first before we meet." Many guys go along with this, fearing they might upset her or lose her interest. But here's the truth. It's a huge mistake. Are you trying to be her pen pal or her date? You can't really get to know someone over text, right? So the next time she says she's not ready to meet, suggest meeting in person, even if it's just for a quick coffee. If meeting in person feels too soon, suggest a phone call instead. Setting boundaries here is about being honest about your intentions and desires, not about pressuring her or being aggressive. It's about finding a balance between what you want and respecting her pace. Scenario 4. Dealing with a flaky girl. Imagine you've made plans with a woman, but at the last minute she cancels on you. If she offers a genuine reason, you might consider giving her another chance. But it's crucial to let her know that flaking isn't acceptable. Instead of getting worked up, respond with something like, "It's totally all right, no hard feelings. However, my time is valuable to me, and I hope you'll respect that in the future." This communicates that you value yourself and your time, and that she shouldn't take you for granted. 5. Insulting behavior. Banter can be fun, but there's a line between playful teasing and outright insults. If a woman crosses that line, especially if she targets something you're passionate about or your friends, it's time to speak up. In a calm but assertive tone, let her know that her behavior isn't acceptable. You might say something like, "I don't appreciate you talking to me like that," or "I won't allow you to talk to me like that." By setting this boundary, you show her that you won't tolerate disrespect. 6. The clothing dilemma. You could be in a relationship with a woman and notice she's posting revealing pictures online or going out wearing skimpy dresses. Maybe you're not comfortable with it, and that's okay. So what should you do? You might come across different opinions online. Some say let her wear what she wants. Others say put a stop to it. Here's our take. A woman has the right to wear whatever she chooses, but if it makes you uneasy as her partner, it's essential to express that. Sit her down and communicate your feelings without being controlling or judgmental. Explain how her actions make you feel and why it bothers you. 7. The ex problem. Imagine you're dating someone new, but you find out they're still in touch with their ex. It's a situation that can really bring up some uncertainty. First, understand that staying in contact with an ex isn't always a red flag. However, it could indicate unresolved feelings. The best approach is to have an open conversation about it. Sit down with your partner and calmly express your discomfort. Setting boundaries here doesn't mean demanding change. It's about sharing your feelings and understanding each other's perspective. 8. The clinger. Say your girlfriend wants to spend every waking moment with you, leaving little room for your own activities or time with friends. It's understandable if this feels suffocating. Many guys avoid addressing issues because they fear upsetting their partner. The key is simple. Communicate your boundaries calmly and firmly. If she truly cares about you, she'll understand the need for space and respect your boundaries. The importance of boundaries in relationships. Boundaries aren't just about rules or restrictions. They're about defining what you are comfortable with and what you are not. They help maintain a healthy balance between personal space and togetherness. By setting boundaries, you protect your emotional well-being and ensure that your relationship remains respectful and considerate. How to set effective boundaries. Setting boundaries requires clear communication and consistency. Here are some tips. Be clear and specific. Clearly state what your boundaries are and why they are important to you. Stay consistent. Consistency is key to maintaining boundaries. If you waver, it sends mixed signals. Respect their boundaries too. It's a two-way street. Respecting your partner's boundaries is just as important. Reevaluate as needed. Relationships evolve, and so can boundaries. Be open to discussing and adjusting them as necessary. The benefits of healthy boundaries. Healthy boundaries lead to healthier relationships. They build trust, respect, and understanding between partners. When both individuals feel their needs are respected, it creates a stronger and more resilient bond. Common mistakes when setting boundaries. Being too rigid. While it's important to be firm, being too rigid can create tension. Flexibility is essential. Avoiding the conversation. Avoiding discussions about boundaries can lead to misunderstandings and conflicts. Giving in to pressure. Don't compromise your boundaries just to avoid conflict. Stand firm on what is important to you. Boundaries, a reflection of inner strength. The exploration of boundaries and their irresistible appeal to older women reveals a profound intersection of psychology, relationship dynamics, and ancient philosophy. Setting boundaries is not just about interpersonal interactions. It's a reflection of your inner strength and self-respect. This concept aligns closely with the principles of Stoicism, an ancient Greek philosophy that emphasizes rationality, self-control, and virtue. Stoic perspective on boundaries. Stoic philosophers like Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius taught the importance of understanding what is within our control and what is not. In relationships, this translates to recognizing our own needs and limits and respecting those of others. By setting clear boundaries, We demonstrate an understanding of our own value and maintain our integrity. Epictetus, in his discourses, emphasized the importance of self-discipline and control over one's own actions and reactions. When we set boundaries, we are exercising this self-control, ensuring that we do not allow others to dictate our actions or emotional responses. This practice not only garners respect from others, but also strengthens our own sense of self-worth. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, often reflected on the importance of inner tranquility and self-respect. He believed that true contentment comes from within